Good morning. You ready for some embodied leadership? I want to title today's little class From Shut Down to Show Up. From Shut Down to Show Up. And they had a subtitle, The Thawing, or The Thaw. So today is March 11th. Yesterday we had the new moon in Pisces. It's a caftan day. I don't know. It's a caftan flowy day. We are still in the new moon in Pisces portal. And yesterday here in Maryland, where I live, it freaking snowed, y'all. The snow blew in sideways and the sun was shining. And the wind was crazy powerful. And all day there was just this potent energy, like the winds have changed. And there was this magic electricity in the air, like this potential. And I told John it really felt like this battle between light and dark, this battle between warm and cold, winter and spring. The polarities were really, really present. And it just so happened to be the day that myself and my 3 retreat leaders for the Nourish Leaders retreat here in Frederick on the 23rd, tickets are still available, ellengilbert.com. We chose the new moon in Pisces as our day to plan that retreat, which takes place in the full moon portal and the spring equinox. And John and I, we have a date day every weekend. And our little date day adventure for yesterday was to drive around manifesting our future home, really being with the energy of the land. We brought crystals, flameless candles. We definitely did some ritual, brought the tarot deck, and just tried to feel into the divining rod of our bodies. And got a lot of really good feedback and information from the land, from Goddess, from Source. All that to say, there's like change in the air, and I wonder if you feel it where you are too. And it could be impacted by where you're at in your menstrual cycle, where you're at in your leadership journey, where you're at integrating the weekend. But this is your pause. Let this be your pause. Let's take a deep breath together. May this time together, this 30 minutes, the start of your week, hold the space that you need to feel what's right here, what wants your attention, your awareness, what potential is alive within you. And wherever there is shutdown in the body, it might be perceived as numbness, tingling, depression, pain, discomfort, restlessness, ache, uncertainty. Wherever there is the shutdown, we're going to turn toward it with our compassion right here at the start. Like you would turn to an old friend that you didn't realize needed some love, without personalizing it as this other thing. Just witnessing, maybe bringing a hand to the heart or to that part of the body. Hi, old friend. I see you. I acknowledge your experience. And I'm in the driver's seat. I, as the higher self, am in the driver's seat, and I'm going to choose where we go. I'm going to set the destination. I'm going to make sure you're safe and strapped in the back seat. And I'm going to get us to a better place. A place where we can show up. Fully. As our fully expressed, authentic leader selves. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Letting that land. How's that part responding? That part that wants to shut down, check out, numb out, escape. If it's a she, how is she responding? How is she hearing these words? Wait, you don't want to throw me out of the car? You want to keep me safe? You're actually compassionate toward my experience? Big shift, big shift. So from shut down, which we know all too well, to show up. It's scary, y'all. Drop your questions or comments in the chat. We're gonna just start with bringing the hands to the tops of the shoulders, bringing the feet shoulder width apart, lifting and spreading the toes. And we're gonna turn from side to side. And we're gonna inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Engage your core so there's integrity throughout the pose. It's an active exhale, a passive inhale. Keep those toes lifted and spread. A few more rounds of this. Start to slow it down. Beautiful. Bring a pause and an inhale. Let it go. Roll out the neck. Noticing what energy is moving. I feel it at the core, at the root. That's the washing machine arms. Starting to stir it up. This is scary when we're in shutdown. It's scary to thaw from that ice that we've packed around our nervous system, our heart, our mind, our body, because we don't want to feel the pain. We don't want to feel whatever it is that we've shut down from, the vulnerability, the imposter syndrome, the scarcity, the physical pain. What is it for you? Type it in the chat. What have you numbed out from? What are you escaping from? Why have you shut down in the first place? We can hold that as a community. You're not alone. You are not the only one going through that. I hope you can hear me okay. I forgot to put in my microphone. Okay, so this next piece, we're gonna kind of keep it going here. We're gonna bring the fingertips to the shoulders. We're gonna inhale, tap, exhale, stretch. And when we stretch out, y'all, active in the palms. So the fingertips are coming back towards the face. Do this with me. Just kind of pull the fingertips back. Do you feel how that activates? From the shoulder to the elbow, or from the armpit to the elbow, from the elbow to the wrist, and then from the wrist out through the mounds of the hand. This is what we're going for. So often we're like this when I work on people. They're like this or really clenched. We want to open that up. It says check my internet connection, so I don't really know what to do with that because my internet is what it is. All right. Ooh, I'm going to pull them back on the other side because I feel an imbalance there. We're gonna go ahead and bring that to the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, reach. Go ahead and widen that stance again if you've lost it like I did. Lift and spread those toes. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep it going. Find that energetic lift in the crown of the head up to the heavens. Breath of fire here. A few more rounds. You're doing great. If you're getting lightheaded, that's okay. Keep going if you can. One final breath in, deep breath. Hold it at the top. Lift, 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 hold. And let it go. Releasing those arms, releasing those toes back to the ground. Sitting here at the bottom of the exhale. Don't inhale yet. And together, inhale. Woo! I look pregnant. pregnant in this caftan, and I don't mean that as a body diss. I've had several people ask me if I'm pregnant, which is really interesting to not be triggered by that as a woman in the patriarchy. It's been an interesting journey of body love and showing up as my fully embodied self and what I want to wear, not what looks good, not what is flattering. Yeah, that's something I'm noticing. Even just having the cameras on me, it's like, ooh, there's some shadows there. Okay, beautiful. How is that landing? How is that feeling? Are you starting to feel awakened? I certainly am. And we're almost halfway through this little embodied leadership class. Oh my goodness, so good. Okay, what else wants to come through? I definitely want to do some dancing. So just some things that generally help. Let's just do a little running in place and a little shaking. Whew. Y'all see me scrubbing and rubbing my fascia all the time on here, but shaking can be, for some of us, an even more accessible entry point. Because touching our bodies is hella vulnerable. And sometimes when we're in shutdown, we do just need that gentle compassion. And other times we need that fierce aliveness. We need to just thaw out the ice and get things moving again. So I want you to be extra sensitive always of what you're needing. Are you needing that tender compassion, that still point, that yin of self-compassion? Or are you needing more of that activation, that energy of the yang of self-compassion to protect yourself, to be sovereign, to set boundaries, to say no? Which piece of self-compassion are you needing? And these terms come from Kristen Neff, her book Self-Compassion, The Yin and Yang of Self-Compassion. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, so yeah, we're shaking our body. We're just bouncing around and moving. No voyeurs here, you gotta do it with us. A little bit of running in place. I recommend this every day. And then you can start to bring in the scrubbing as you're kind of running, shaking those hips out, moving your neck. And y'all know I love to start with the elbow crease down through the wrist crease, and we'll take it to the other side. Just waking everything up. And then we can start to bring in mantra as that ice melts. What do you need to hear from yourself? What do you need to say to yourself? Hi, body, I love you. I'm so glad my soul incarnated in you in this lifetime. We can start to scrub into the belly, the womb, the hips, just getting weird with it. Hi, soul. My body loves you. I'm so glad you incarnated in this body during this lifetime. Whatever medicine you're here to bring to the world, let me be a vehicle. Let our partnership be in the greatest service of humanity. All right, I think we're ready to dance. I just found a really great song, so I'm gonna play it. Who's with me? Somebody's viewing. Type a comment. Hi, hi. Hello, we're gonna dance. Getting the music going here. Wherever you're at, however shut down you feel, move your body with us. Whatever way feels good. This is how we lead. I see a billion dollars in your eyes, even if we're strangers till we die. And run it out. Shake the body out.
I wanna run, chase the moon and sun.
You're doing great.
With you, give it all away.
We're opening that beautiful heart. It's vulnerable AF. We're doing it. We're showing up. Repeat after me. I will not shut down. I will not hide who I am. I'm committed to my authentic expression. We got one more course and then we'll shut down. We do some practice and meditation. Doing great! Where do you want to shut down? What situation in your life? Slow down now. Think about this song, you've been slowing down. Take a deep breath in. Come into stillness. And let it go. Tapping in with your body. Noticing what's here. Swaying a little bit. One hand on heart, one hand on belly. What does your body want you to know? What does your nervous system want you to know? What do you want to say to yourself? Check in with that shutdown part from the top of the class. Where's she at now? Maybe she was in the fetal position before. Now she's emerged to sitting in a chair or standing up. Maybe she's taken the fucking stage. Maybe she just danced with you. Wherever she is, let her know that's good. Any movement toward showing up out of shutdown is movement in the right direction. We all unfurl at our own pace. Sometimes just acknowledging that there is shutdown is enough to begin that thawing process. I want you to be really gentle with your vulnerability. It is so easy to bypass with these techniques, with these expansion techniques. Y'all know the expansion I love. Microdosing psilocybin, cold showers, dance parties, finding groups of people that represent my future self, and doing shadow work to remove the blocks between where I'm at and where they're at. And yet, with all of these expansion techniques, even the ones we've just done in this class today, there can be an energy of push-pull. There can be an energy of bypassing. There can be an energy of, I hate my shutdown. I need to push it away. It's bad. I hate my vulnerability. I need to get rid of it. What's wrong with me? Or I know this pattern in myself where I struggle to receive. Why can't I fix it? What's wrong with me? That's one way of looking and holding. Another way that might be more compassionate and indeed more productive to our leadership is this yin of self-compassion. Is this gentle turning toward, oh, there's suffering here. There's shadow here. There's something here to look at. There's something here that needs my attention. And you can think of it as an inner child part, like a little 3-year-old that needs love, that needs nourishment, that needs you to be the mature feminine, the parent, the inner mother, to turn towards it, to tap into your own boundless reserves, which really, it's not that you are boundless, but source is boundless. And the guides you draw from are boundless. Today I drew this card, and I feel like it's for all of us. It's the grandmothers, and it's from the Rose Oracle from Rebecca Campbell. And it says, remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. So just always to remember you are not alone. You're literally not alone in that we're weaving this Nourished Leaders community of women leaders who are stepping into their soul's medicine for the planet, for humanity. And you're not alone because you have resources available to you. However you define them, however you define source, God, goddess, universe, higher power, higher self. And beyond that, you have ancestors. You have lineage of the people whose wisdom you have sought and who have built you up, whose shoulders you stand upon. Hopefully you have mentors and teachers, although I feel like we're all really in this modern culture most of us are quite removed from deep eldership and mentorship. So maybe you're calling them in. You have spirit guides. You have the earth herself. You have the entire more than human animal and plant and mineral kingdoms. You have the mycelium in whatever way you work with them. Maybe you work with angels, maybe you work with music, maybe you work with healing modalities. What are your resources? And just to check in, where is your cup? How full is it today? I'm feeling in general across the board. To start my weekend, it was a pretty empty cup. And then I was drawing even more out of it over the weekend. But yesterday was a turning point where I was able to begin pouring back into myself. And even this morning, I did some work to pour back into myself. So now I feel like I'm more at a 67% cup. And what would it look like to be at 100? Because I know what that feels like. That's expansion. That's show up energy. We can show up with less than 100%, but there's a difference, and we feel it. We can show up wherever we're at, and we want to really honor and check in with where we're at so we can have compassion and grace for ourselves as we struggle to show up, as we imperfectly show up. And then from there, how can I get to the point of overflow? What's going to push my cup over the edge to where I have filled it up so much with pleasure, with rest, with community connection, with expression, with mentorship, teachers, with healers, with space and delicious foods. What does it look like for me to overflow that cup? What would it look like for me to get to that point in a reasonable amount of time? And what would it look like to show up from a place of overflow, to serve and lead from a place of overflow? Ooh, and that's where things get juicy, and that's where things get really exciting. Because that's your medicine. That's your medicine for the world. So let's take a moment, closing the eyes, take a deep breath in. Let it go. Seeing yourself in this overflowing leader space. What do you look like? How do you present yourself to the world? What are the routines and habits and rituals that support this version of yourself? And what does it look like to overflow from a full, nourished cup, your medicine to the world? How does she do this? What is she doing? And for whom? With whom? Can you make it feel even better in the vision? How is that medicine received? Can you see the faces of the people this version of you serves? That moment when it clicks. When they thank you for the medicine, what do they say about the way you shared it? Not from a place of ego, but from a place of surrender. How can universe, source, goddess use you, this soul and this body, for this lifetime? And so it is. What blocks are there to letting yourself receive it? To step into this expression, the one that is overflowingly nourished, who leads and serves with her heart open, clear on her medicine, giving to her people and receiving in return. Write down whatever blocks are coming up. Send me a message. I'd love to work with you through these blocks. And I'll see you same time, same place next week. For my Nourish Leaders cohort, we are on week 8, Abundance. How did it fly by so fast? Nourish Leaders is my 12-week leadership program for women who are stepping into this next level of their authentic leadership expression. And we're going to run it again. The next round starts April 2nd. So definitely sign up, keep in touch as that list becomes available to join us. And if you're in the Frederick area, the Washington, D.C. area, or you feel like traveling to us, we have our Nourish Leader Spring Retreat happening on Saturday, March 23rd, 2 weeks from this past Saturday, which means it's less than 2 weeks away, y'all. I can't believe it. It's an all-day retreat. Your accommodations and travel are not included in the cost of the retreat, but it's going to be such a juicy, nourishing day. Talk about filling your cup till it overflows. And you're going to walk away with clear leadership strategy and next steps moving forward for your specific context. And you're going to make amazing friends, creating this council of sisters who are also bringing their soul's medicine through to the world. I can't even describe how excited and grateful I am to be hosting this retreat. This is my first in-person retreat, first of many. And as many of you know, I have a long-term vision of owning and operating a retreat center. So this is just the beginning, the first step. So if you want to be a part of it, shoot me a DM. And I look forward to meeting with you next week. We have 4 more weeks of Embodied Leadership, this free 30-minute class I do on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern on Instagram in my private Facebook group, Nourish Leaders Collective. Join us. Loving you all, rooting for you all. We need your soul's medicine. Humanity, the planet, really needs it. I need it. Let's step into it together. Big love. Bye.